Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, it takes a Boros to kill a Boros. Yeah, a version of Velomachus Reanimator Lorehold that sometimes, a good amount of the time actually, makes the other Boros deck just sit down in its corner and shut up because it's facing a giant life-linking dragon. So, and sometimes, yeah, giant, I mean like an 11/11. It's intense. So I really enjoyed the Naya or Cabaretti Velomachus Lorehold deck that I put out pretty early in the season, and I've gotten a lot of messages from people that they enjoyed it as well. The Fleetfoot Dancer into the Invoke Justice, very, very powerful curves. However, that version did fall a little bit short as soon as I started trying to go against the very fast and very streamlined aggro deck that is Boros Burn, because even though it's nice to have a big life-linking creature to get back in the Fleetfoot Dancer, the mana issues, just hitting those tapped lands with Jetmir's Garden pretty often, or coming up a turn short, just taking any amount of a turn off, were a lot for the deck to overcome. And because we're about making new decks and content on the channel, I grabbed a shell that was straight Boros, and I crafted the last of these Mythics, Sanctuary Warden, an extremely powerful card, so that the deck had more powerful cards to hit, and went to ladder on last day of season with his Velomachus Lorehold deck, trying to get a Mythic top 250 placement. Spoiler, didn't get there. It is really ambitious to hit Mythic top 250 at the end of the season. You need a lot of things to go right in best of one. And to be honest, I'm probably not going to use the qualification much anyway. Side tangent, I get asked a lot why I don't play the qualifier events, why I don't try to get back on the Pro Tour. It's because I don't like best of three. I played best of three tournaments a lot as a kid growing up. I prepared for them, traveled to them. It was all consuming. It was everything I did. I was the kid who prepared all week, built the spikiest deck they could so I could take it to Friday Night Magic to test it even more, so that on Saturday I could drive like 3 hours to go play a competitive event, and then I'd have sometimes I did good, sometimes I did bad. When I did bad, I just wanted to die. When I did good, it was top of the world. You know, everything rode on those tournaments. I'd lived that life. I grew up. I didn't have time for that anymore. I do have time for it now, in theory. I could turn this channel into me trying to get back on the Pro Tour, but I'm going to tell you honest, it brings out the worst in me. I like being an entertainer. I like engaging with all of you. I like sharing the things I love about Magic. When I'm like really trying, I mean, I'm out for blood, and I do not accept second place, and that is okay. If that is how you want to play Magic, like at a cutthroat level, that's great. I don't find it entertaining. I don't enjoy being that person. I don't enjoy sharing that person. It's different. It's different from the show I put on as the one in best of one that I truly enjoy. I also just, like, best of one has ruined me for best of three. I don't enjoy best of three. And I know that there's a lot of you out there like that. Please sound off in the comments, because there's always people telling me best of three is real Magic. Other Magic isn't real Magic. Commander's not real Magic. Blah, 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 blah. What is real Magic? I can't play best of three anymore because I do love best of one. If you love best of one, sound off in the comments. If it's ruined you for best of three, sound off in the comments. I want that one game with my opponent, and then I want out. Win or lose, let's just get it done. You know what I mean? And I love mastering the 60 and not worrying about the full 75 all the time, unless it's Legion Angels. Side tangent complete. This deck really, really needs the Sagas on turn 3, and it's got 8 of them, 4 Restoration of Aganjo and 4 Fable of the Mirror Breaker, to try to make sure that the next turn we can discard a big monster, and the turn after that we can reanimate it, if that is the path we are going down. But getting back Sanctuary Warden, it's not always as good as getting back Velomachus Lorehold. There are times when it's better, like if the opponent has removal up that would just kill this, getting back something with a shield counter and drawing a card, even if they remove it, you got some value, is very, very powerful. And it does give the deck a little more flexibility without branching into another color, and I like that. AO the Dawn Sky. This card is not particularly great in this deck, to be completely honest, but it does add a 5th dragon, which makes its leaning on Dragonfire a little more reasonable. You're more likely to have a dragon in hand or on the field when you have a Dragonfire. So that deals 5 damage. 5 damage comes up here and there as a very important number. Obviously higher than 3. 4 is probably the crucial threshold. Adeline, you know, Thundering Riju if it gets a counter put on it. That is one thing about Dragon's Fire, though. It hits the Riju before the counter. It hits the Sunrise Cavalier. It really picks on Boros well. Rafine, killing Rafine with this is very important. So yeah, one more dragon is very useful. You'd also run Wandering Emperor in this spot. You probably already crafted those. Maybe you haven't crafted like an AO and a Warden. The last cards out, if you have to cut a few cards from this deck to make it your own, I would put, like, they were 2 Wandering Emperors. So I would get like 2 to 4 Wandering Emperors in here too. Because if you have Wandering Emperor in the deck, it's not like it has particular synergy with anything else, but it does just make it a good stuff deck. And the 4-drop spot on the curve is a little bit of an empty one. It's not, the turn 4 is kind of you clench your teeth, you get through it, because if you get to 5, you get to Justice, right? But turn 4 is scary. And if you have a Wandering Emperor, it's a lot less scary. You just play a powerful card, exile their best card, and then untap, and away you go. So, anyway, to kill the Boros, we're going to play the Boros. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin, and since there are no post-game wraps, as I am in Dallas, let me remind you all that you're cool.
Covert Go Blue will be appearing at Too Many Games Friday, June 24th to Sunday, June 26th. Prepare for a weekend full of Magic the Gathering action, including a panel with CGB and other special guests. Bring your deck for the chance to play against them one-on-one for some awesome prizes. And while you're there, be sure to check out our huge marketplace, massive free play arcade, cosplay wrestling event, tabletop tournaments, concerts, and much more. Click the link below or visit TooManyGames.com to get your ticket today.
All right, we're on the draw, so the opponent's definitely just going to play aggro beatdown, but we are ready with Thrilling Discovery, cards to discard. Oh, it's on. Ah, very lovely sleeve. Weird. What you up to over there? Well, I'm gonna set up my graveyard. Seems fun. Well, our plan is available for the opponent to witness, and they have played nothing for 3 turns. That's usually not a hand you keep in Best of 1. So let's see what kind of cards they have up their sleeve. Yasharn, so I can't sack Treasures. Not bad. Not bad. Does definitely give them the chance of another turn. Ooh, that's pretty juicy. Bet you didn't see that one coming, huh, Yasharn? A different angle of attack. Haha. Yeah. Now Yasharn wants to get in there. Yeah, they want me to block. They want me to block. They needed that treasure, didn't they? Okay, app. They don't have a good block here, though. So what are we doing? Invoke Justice, Velomachus Lorehold. Seems good. Don't think there's a lot of reasons to do other things. All right, Thrilling Discovery. These cards are decent. But we may as well turn a Thrilling Discovery into a different Thrilling Discovery and strangle into something more powerful, since we're in the phase of the game where power cards are the plays. Drop them to 4. All right, get out of this if you can. Ren and 7 makes a reach creature. It's not a very big one, though. Okay, they don't want to see what happens next. Of course, Angel Fire Ignition and the Trample can get it done. More creepy cat avatars. Oh, we go first, and we have the hand. Oh yeah, baby. Justice, Discovery, Velomachus. All I need is a 3-mana play that bridges one of the sagas. Found a saga. Can't cast it. All right, let's hold the Dragonfire and wait. Jeez. Went with a heck of a draw. We can decline this, kill this. Now the opponent can take the Fable or the Justice. They have to take the Justice, I think, but at least we have the AO to cast. And take the Fable. Yeah, okay. That's the scary card. They must have another. It's a good top deck. If we have our 2 5-drops in hand when they cast another Elite Spellbinder, something good's gonna resolve. Oh, they don't have another. Somebody told them Fable's the best card in Standard, and they believe it. I'll take this too. 1 mana open. Get him. Give him the business. Miria's Call. Yeah, it's got to be the call. That way, if they have a Brutal Cathar, they still have 4/4s to deal with. See ya, Mono White. Whoa, that's a lot of Restoration of Iganjo, but I think on the play we can try this hand. On the draw, we definitely cannot. Play the Snarl, make them think we're aggro. Play the Den, convince me they're aggro. Look how bad my hand is. I'm just playing these tapped Snarls. Alright, these... it's all Wardens all the way here, but hopefully the ramp from Restoration can help. No Sunrise Cavalier. No backup Luminar. Like, what's your hand? Sure. But they didn't have it on turn 1. And Initiate. Okay. Our hand has done nothing. Like, we've only drawn duplicates. Let's just say. I'm curious. If you don't, enters the battlefield tapped. Oh, it's still going to enter the battlefield tapped, even if I reveal it. But for science, I will show you. And it was revealed already, so it's not like we gave up anything. Yeah, we kept a hand, and we've only drawn a duplicate Warden and more land. So, this is the part where we take a pretty big hit. And then everything for the rest of the game has to be gravy. Can't miss another step. We go to 7. We draw land. I guess I'll ramp this too. Why wouldn't it be a land? Alright, Warden. There's the Angel Fire Ignition. We have to get out of this turn. And I'm sure there's a Brutal Cathar. So, can we? I think we can. A little chump block from the 1/1 and a Architect block. Maybe there's a way. Opponent has a cowardly etching of Kamano here. Down to 3. All right, we could get burned out, so we have a choice to make, I see. We can go Velomachus and try to hit an Angel Fire, or we can use the Angel Fire we have. And then we have 5 mana, not 6. Oof. But we do have enough to double Angel Fire this turn. Okay then. Hard mode engaged, but we're doing it. Make those blockers. We're gonna need them. We go back up to 13. 13! Hopefully next turn, Velomachus can find another ignition. They're going to use Hopeful Initiate on one of them? Okay. They might want to hold that up in case I have another Angel Fire. Nope. Are they thinking about attacking now? Maybe. Okay. Over the top. We go over the top. Try to hit. Strangle, you say? We could go to 10 and take out that brute. I like it. Raw! That's a wide board. Opponent lining up some blockers because they have to. They're at 10. I did not think this hand was going to get out of that mess. But it looks like it will. Yes! Alright. It's a hand. A hand that removes stuff and plays Fable to hopefully discard Velomachus Lorehold. I guess we have to lead with the Snarl because there's no guarantee we'll have a Plains to power it. Okay, Luminarch. Do we take 3 here? We don't have to, thank God. That was going to be tough. I think Fable is going to get us there so I can take a turn to Dragonfire the Aspirate. Or the Sundown Cavalier, whatever. Good choice from the opponent on that one. So this one is going to keep scaling up, whereas the Cavalier, you know, as long as we keep casting spells, won't grow. Making it look easy over there. Land. We are giving up these two to see if we can draw, but we're probably just bringing back a Velomachus here, if they let me. They do not let me. Their hand is really good for the situation. All right, we need to hit another removal spell. We don't hit a playable. That's probably game, but maybe Invoke Justice, Velomachus will hit a lifelink card next turn. Man, having that land drop, having that play with fire, it was just too good. All right, we're going to try to get out of it. We have to get a little lucky. All right, I'm going to put 2 counters here so that it can cast a Myria's Call if we hit. And I'm going to put 2 counters here. I mean, that's something. We're not dead yet, and we have Vigilance. Let's see if they top a Brutal Cathar. It is kind of crazy that that was all we had in our top 7, but maybe it's just enough. Everybody in? Yeah. It's gotta be, right? I'm gonna kill the Reflection? Do you want to do that? Okay. Okay, they're at 13. They're at 13. If I invoke Justice now, and I put 2 counters here, then I just have to hit 2 damage. I can end the game if I hit the Angel Fire. However, if I hit that, the game's probably over anyway, because I'm going to gain all that life. So I don't need to hit perfectly. It's just, we might miss lethal. But we don't know. And if you don't know, it's not really lethal. So let's attack. And then decide. Thrilling Discovery. Okay. Those are the only 2 spells in the top that many cards is kind of insane. I guess I could have discarded AO and gotten back AO with Invoke. In the meantime, here we are. We are at 6, hoping for the best. I don't know what they could draw that gets them there. Brutal Cathar won't do it because we have a backup dragon now. We also have Invoke Justice. All right. We have prevailed. I'm really believing in the Boros Burn matchup with this deck. I'm starting to believe that it takes a Boros to beat a Boros. And there's so much of it now. There's so much of it. On the draw, Thrilling Discovery. Hope for the best. Okay? Two big creatures to discard. 2 chonkers. Black-red. Blood Tithe Harvester. What does it mean? What could it be? I don't know if I actually want to discard the AO. We might need a big battlefield presence on 5, and they don't run much exile in that deck. So maybe it's Resto? Maybe it's Fable, actually. Yeah, let's have the option next turn of Resto or Fable based on what they do, right? Okay, Justice located. Let's see if they've got the God draw, which is Harvester into Ob on the play. And can we overcome? All right, they have Fable. Also, some would say Fable better than Ob, so I guess this is also the God draw. Let's go for our own Fable here. Next turn, discard this and this, probably. And being a turn behind sure makes this scary. I mean, the opponent's going to kill our Kiki Jiki no matter what, so we can't bank on having, like, Invoke Justice or AO next turn. Clock is ticking. Gassed. What is this deck? Is it Anvil? I don't know. I do not know. You are gone, and I think too many of you. Keep the land. Okay. We're gonna take a big hit. It is what it is. We're gonna get our sagas cooking. When our sagas start flipping and justice starts occurring, that's when we start moving in for this kill. I don't think they should Deadly Dispute here, to be honest. I guess it depends on their hand and their deck. Maybe they're digging for Infernal Grasp or something, but... seems like a pretty bad Deadly Dispute. Nah. Maybe not. It depends, right? If they have one more blood token, or they copy this Harvester, they can use it to kill this Restoration when it flips over. I don't know. Giving up the blood is a little bad, I think. We might be too far behind, though, to come back. And if they actually blow up our big play, which is going for Velomachus, nothing matters. Ooh, they have Predator. So they can tap Predator at instant speed by sacrificing something, right? Yeah. So that Predator, which you don't see often, absolutely 100% saves them here. 100%. Because now they can just exile one of these in response to us targeting with Invoke Justice. And there's nothing we can do about it. The technology. I guess we'll play AO. But we're dead. I'm confident we are dead. Now, if they attack with this Predator, they lose that ability. So if we somehow survive the turn, or if we had any kind of way to, like, kill it, then they have to do it right away. But we just didn't have those options. Yeah, being on the draw is hard. It really is. But what a perfect card to have against us. Dragon on Dragon Crime. If I were them, I would sack my Shambling Ghast and exile the Velomachus now. Maybe they have enough to find lethal, and that's a reason not to. Seven. All right, big hits. We gotta search top 7 for something that can enter the battlefield here and be helpful. And we find nothing. Cool. Cool beats! That was a clinic from the opponent, but it was also a you're on the play game, so ouch. This cat avatar has to die. It has to die. All right, no red. Great, got them all. Better. Better. Actually has everything we need. So I'm just going to put away one of these. Play one of these. We might draw a Snarl, so I'm going to play it on red. And hold the plains. Runes. They usually have nothing they can do about Velomachus, so we can beat runes. We just need to draw land. Okay, 3rd land, 4th land. We need one more off the top. Good start for the opponent. Do we go for Fable instead? Or do we go for Restoration for the for sure land next turn? Let's go for Fable. If I don't draw land, we can discard it and take another shot for the land, and we can always play the Restoration to make sure we hit the land. But we can throw away, like, maybe this Warden, maybe even this other Invoke. Because potentially all we need is one. Alright, they've got the God Draw. Now we just sit here while they play God knows how many things with no mana whatsoever. Alright, we drew the land. Let's do an Invoke Justice this turn. And let's drop off both of these because we won't need them. Okay. Very happy to make that block, weren't they? Alright, Sanctuary Warden. Target me. Pay it up. Remove one counter. I don't know why I'm keeping the shields. You just never know, I guess. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't keep the shield counters against this type of opponent. Just doesn't really do anything. Alright, now it's Velomachus' turn, right? We could Strangle to break up this combo, but then we don't do anything else other than Angel Fire this Kiki. So, Dragon time. We'll do what we did last time with 2 counters over here. Up to 7 here. Hit. Mirror's Call will do. We'll see if they get out of it. I'm sure they were gonna play Showdown and it's gonna start all kinds of trouble. Weird. They chose Haunting instead. Like, what's the plan, dude? If they hit enough of these? Okay, so they top-decked another rune, so they went for Haunting. And turn? Sweet. I will... They have instant speed and response if they have a way out of this. Strangle? Cool. Get out of there. Alright, make an angel or hold? Lifelink or not? Lifelink. We do that. So there's a few things they could have. They showed us a Touch the Spirit Realm. So we don't want them to exile one of these. So let's go here. Beautiful. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can't kill them. But we can make a lot of angels. And they go to 6, and we go to 25. And now they'll try to get out of it. I mean, if Hallowed Haunting gets them through this, good God. At least they didn't hit any runes. Okay, they drew a rune off the top again. Must be good. You want some? Come get some. Okay. Make another angel. This should drop them all out of the sky. Because those runes fall. And now you frickin' die. Yes! Off with their head. Get runes out. Mirror's Call into Thrilling Discovery. Yeah. We just discard the big ones, or maybe the Ignition. Alright, I'm gonna hold the call then. We might actually have enough land to cast it. Blue and green. We've got a brave opponent here. In this meta? I think we drop these two. Find the Justice. Teamer. They might have a counter for this Fable. Nope. They might have a Spell Pierce for this Fable. They got tokens. They are definitely on the move. Good lord. What a hand. If they had a way to remove this, though, they would have done things differently, so they don't. So I can Angel Fire it to fill this turn if I want to. No time for you. Is that the only discard? Think so. So do we Justice this turn? Lose to a Fading Hope? Lose to a Spell Pierce? Could also play AO this turn. Or we could Angel Fire Ignition, which isn't bad, and it sets us up for Justice next turn. Throwing this away to play Justice this turn feels a little bad. Same with playing AO. Alright. Also, it makes it more likely for us to survive for a little while. Take us up to 17. It does make me a little nervous But that priority stick could just be the clue. We go to 9. Another tracker. Okay. First, let's check priority. I mean, there will be stick here. Let's just see if they take an action. They do not. Okay, we go for it. This is what we came to do. Never didn't have it. Okay. Not dead yet, though. Could have played around negate with any of the creatures. I just don't play that many negates these days. But it is what it is. Oh, wow. And we die. I mean, their hand did it. Hard to ask more of their draw. I like that tracker build, though. So, good hand, I guess. If we go up against, you know, any kind of a normal deck. We don't have anything huge to discard to the Discovery, though, so you might see me slow roll them. Yeah, the classic for sure. Do we Strangle? Like, what would we discard? We only need one play next turn. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to let go of the Restoration, and we're going to let go of this Discovery. Nice curve. It's a real nice curve. And if we play the Fable here, they probably play a Brutal Cathar. But we are working on doing what our deck came to do, so let's work on it. At least if they play a Brutal Cathar, they don't grow the Initiate this turn. Alright. Not the worst spot. We can do this. We can do this. Let's make sure that we hit all the lands, and we can't play Restoration. Well, we can play Restoration, play Snarl, play Strangle this turn. Yeah, that's a good turn. We'll just decline. That's gotta scare him. Alright, those sagas are ticking. Time is on the march. We don't have a creature in the graveyard, so this is something I forget all the time. I have to remember to discard the Sanctuary Warden. I have to. Discard Sanctuary Warden. Justice for the Sanctuary Warden. Let's go with some +1/+1 counters there to get out of range from Brutal Cathars. And then we'll remove the shield counter, because the shield counters don't matter in this matchup. If the opponent's going to kill it, they're going to exile it. Away with you! Alright, we're on the play with Fable on 3. We'll take it. So right now Snarl enters tapped, so we'll get that out of the way. Thrilling Discovery on 2, huh? I don't have anything I want to discard that badly. We're a bit land heavy, that's about it. So maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. We definitely do. Ah, but this is potentially removal. I always get hung up on this. Oh well. We definitely do. We'll draw some land. We get so many looks. We got to dig through this deck. Haha, life gain ready for you. Dude, this deck is so everywhere right now. It's the end of the season. People really think they can make top 250 Mythic, which is what is required now to qualify for an event. I think we've got the right answer to it. But we've been losing to like some weird, like random hate cards. All right. Strangle's pretty good. Let's get rid of these. Still digging for justice. Kill it. Fable again. You know it. It's always a Sunrise Cavalier. But the sagas are turning. If I play a land and make a treasure, not enough to cast the call. I think I'll turn this into something else. All right, Legion Angel start gumming up the ground. We're still at 14. We're generating all kinds of things. Aspirant trying to push through. Reflections on reflections. An opponent says, you know what? I can't do it. I just can't do it. My Boros deck isn't designed to beat things on a battlefield. Sliced toast. I know what disguised toast is like, but sliced? All right, we'll keep. Good draw, so we can play this on one. Frostboil Snarl. What deck plays that these days? Is it Tempo? Okay. I think what we're supposed to do is just make that Ledger Shredder go away as a card that is their deck is probably revolves around. Have you considered? It's a lot of dragons. Play around a Jawari. Do I discard the Angel Fire or do I hold it? Yeah, I mean, it's too many dragons. But we look like we might have no play next turn. And the turn after that. The deck is suffering a bit of a fail case here. Not great. Eventually the heavy hitters will come for him. But they get 2 turns of nothing from me to find a threat and get established so that they can counter the 7 mana plays. The 6 and 7 mana plays. And they are getting to dig through so much deck to do it. You could have Spell Pierce. Alright, no counter spell there. I mean, it's gonna get real. I'm gonna be jamming really huge monsters and hoping they resolve for a while. Uh-oh. Ancestral Anger in their deck. This clock might be quicker than it appears. I think that... Okay. I mean, I guess they really wanted to cycle those. They got a Demi-Lich? They cast a Demi-Lich? But they leave up a blue. Feels like a Spell Pierce, doesn't it? Alright. Free ramp. Fading Hope is not good for us, but I think we have to try at least to get something on the board. Yeah, I think we just played around something here. 2 Dragon's Fires. I think they have a Fading Hope down here. Easy. Getting dunked on here. They go with the anger. Interesting. I guess they really want the pressure. And they can cast this other Demi-Lich, so I think the idea here is that they're holding up a Spell Pierce, but Spell Pierce won't help them, really. And they didn't have a Fading Hope last turn. Or did they? Waited till their turn for reasons, I guess? Alright, well, we've got this thing. If we Angel Fire Ignition it, they have to do something about it, and then we can try to Dragon's Fire these. Like, at least them bouncing this is value, right? Yep. Okay. To the bottom. Hold on. We can't cast both these Dragon Fires anyway, so we may as well try this, but they might Spell Pierce it. They might Spell Pierce both. Either one. Whatever. We can't beat a Spell Pierce from here. Okay. Not dead yet. This is definitely not a deck we're going to beat very often, though. Oh, and they just have Hall if they have the land, right? Okay, they're good. Yeah, not the matchup we're here for. Unfortunate. But, like, even if, you know, if we hadn't given them 2 turns, I wonder if we could have won, or if they were going to win that no matter what.